What's happening, everyone? This is Forgo Nation, and today we're going to talk about money bags. This girl right here, pretty big, and she's locked behind some purchases. I don't really like this. I really would have preferred they would have put her in a summons, but Netmarble didn't, and in the JP server they did the exact same thing. So it's not like Alice 14, who they wanted us to pay $50 for, and in the JP server they actually offered Alice in a summons, whereas with Pretty Big they didn't. So it's fair in that sense, but you got to make 3 purchases to pick up Old Girl, and then if you want to get her card, you need to make 5 purchases. So this girl is a real big gold digger, and she looks a lot like one too. So let's take a look at her, and then we're going to run a little test. So Pretty Big has an increased increases defense fighters by 50%. And this is really important. I want you guys to think about some of the characters that are defensive types. Whenever Nameless comes into this game, this girl is going to buff him by 50%. You're thinking, well, there's other characters that do that. That's true. Whip, she can do it. 99 Whip. There's other characters that can buff characters like Nameless and so on. Sure. But they don't have a kit like this girl. Let's take a look at her core effects. She has 12% strike skill attack damage increase, 2.4% critical rate increase, 1900 defense increase, 6% damage decrease from green elements, 20% power charge rate, which is very good, 8400 max HP increase, very good for a defensive fighter. 6 seconds after being attacked, so when you're attacked, 6 seconds later, you're going to stun the attacker for 2 seconds. They're automatically going to be stunned. It's on a 19-second cooldown. This can actually be very powerful because if they do get stunned, and this girl's a combo queen, and you go into your combos, you can pretty much take the opponents out while they're being stunned, usually. Deals an additional damage equal to 50% of defense to the enemy upon landing a critical hit. So whenever you do, so you want to have some good crit rate on this girl, so that way you can have more critical hits, and you're going to be increasing your defensive power by 50%. It's pretty insane, especially since she's a defensive character. And then we get to the good stuff here. Decreases enemy power by 1.5% when attacked on a 1-second cooldown. PvP exclusive, so they built her for this. 50% chance to decrease the target's attack by 40% for 10 seconds upon landing an active skill on a 15-second cooldown. So she is weakening her opponents, and she will have this crowd control with this stun, and she's going to increase her power by 50% of her defenses. So she is going to be very, very strong. Let's look at her skills. She has an attack buff. Increased attack equal to 38% of defense for 7 seconds when using a skill. Again, giant attack buff based on her defenses, like her core effects. Deals venom damage, poison damage. And I wonder, I think that's pretty interesting that they gave her poison damage. It seems awful ironic, or is it a coincidence that they gave her that and we have the Shazura event going on, which actually is weak to poison damage? I wonder if Netmarble's trying to tempt us to buy her, not only for PvP, but maybe for some players for that as well, if they don't have certain characters to get it done against Shazura. But she deals poison damage equal to 35% of defense every 1 second, decreases power charge rate by 80%. Very powerful. You're going to decrease the PG rate of the characters that you're facing, so they're going to have a lot of trouble getting off their special skills. Very nice. Plus poison damage is very good. Gains hyper armor, so she has super armor and damage immunity for 3 seconds. Meta stuff. And can be used while being attacked. Only while standing, so when you're standing and someone's attacking you, you can hit this skill and you're going to have your hyper armor immediately. You will become invulnerable to damage, which is powerful stuff. So lots of attack buffs, weakening the opponents, the crowd control with the stun, this ridiculousness right here. Wow. So let's preview her skills. If it ever downloads. There we go. Come on now. Slowpoke. Alright, so the first skill. Very nice. Shoots him up in the air. Second skill. Look at that, look at that. Dives forward. Pretty fast skill. And there's that poison damage. And then the third skill. Very nice. Now, I'm not sure what her normies look like. I wish I could test that, but I don't know, because a lot of characters, you can really involve their normals with their active skills and really just combo them all together. But I've seen her in some PvP gameplay, and she's pretty damn vicious. Let's look at this. I mean, she looks like a freaking gold digger. Look at her. Look at this girl. Look at her. Look at her with the glasses. Yeah. Money bags for sure. Money bags for sure. But she's a great character, you know. Netmarble did this on purpose. They gave us a great character. Unfortunately, the only way to unlock her is by paying just outright money, which does kind of suck. It does kind of suck. She's a wonderful character, and she's very, very tempting for a lot of players because of this. And even because of the fact that maybe some newer players, maybe they got some money to spare, they might go out and buy this girl just because she could do the Chizuru event and help get those nest cards. Very tricky with what Netmarble did. So you have to make 3 purchases to get old girl, and then you have to make 5 purchases to get her card. And what I'm curious about is, and I already know the answer to this, but I actually want to buy this pack anyways, because I'm gonna get some Noah summons and Noah battle card summons. So it's only for $4. I'm like, I'll bite the bullet for that and spend $4. That's not a big deal. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and buy this pack, and we're gonna see what happens. You know, does it unlock the one next to it? Does it unlock, you know, how does this work? So let's go ahead and buy this sucker here. Okay, so I just bought that, guys, and we're gonna go ahead and collect this here. There we go. Close this out, and it went to the $9.99. What's in this package? You get 100 topaz, 100 rubies daily for 7 days, 400 rubies sent immediately. So I wonder if you buy this one here, is it gonna go straight to the $99.99 one? $10 for 1100 rubies and 100 topaz. Let me look at something real quick. I didn't even have to do that, but let's go back out here, go into topaz. I have 103 of these. Well, no, I could go ahead and do that. Okay, so we'll make another little purchase here, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is the one we want, right? Well, okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so we'll go ahead and buy this one here. Okay, so that is bought. And it goes straight to the $99.99 $100 package. So you're going to have to spend, you know, $114 to get old girl, for sure. Now, the thing is, what happens afterwards? You're going to have to make 2 more purchases. Now, I'm not going to spend $100 on this, guys. I really don't want to buy her. I mean, well, I do want to buy her, but I don't. Because you got to ask yourself the question, is she worth it? Is she worth all this money? And you're probably wondering, how much total will it cost? Well, I can tell you, it's going to be $114 for the character. You all can see that right now. And what they're going to do is, you have these 3 other purchases that are still locked. You're going to have to buy 2 of them to get the card. And which ones? I'll show you. It's going to be this one right here, and then it's going to be this one right here. They're going to make you purchase this $80 one instead of this $40 one, which kind of sucks. I really wish you could choose, but okay, whatever. So you're going to end up spending $114 plus another $100 or $80, or wait, yeah, $100 is $214 for this girl and her card. Now, I want to ask you all something. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think a character is worth $214? Now, if you go out and you buy rubies, you can get, spend $100 and get 5,000 rubies. So it's about 10,000. We'll just say 12,000 rubies. Just 12,000. We'll just round it up to 12,000 rubies. 12,000 rubies won't even go halfway to a pity for a Fest character. In that sense, it is worth it. It is worth it because you're going to get a very, very strong character for that money. But when you think about spending that kind of money on a character just outright, it really breaks the bank. So I just want to know from all of you, do you think she's worth $214? Because if you have her, she is going to be massive for you, especially in real-time PvP and Championship, and of course in the AI PvP also in the game, because of her leadership, because of how good she is, because she's going to be buffing characters like Ashe, Jhin, Nameless, very strong characters, especially Nameless. He's considered arguably #1 by many people in the game right now. So what do you all think about this? Is she worth it or not? Please put the comments down below. I'm really curious to know what you all think about this. I really don't think she's worth it myself. I would just use a different character to buff my defensive characters. And as far as the Chizuru event, if you can't do it and you think you got to spend $114 or $214 for this character just to do that, I wouldn't do it. The Chizuru event will come back again, so I would just wait and grind and try to pick up a different character, maybe for a cheaper price, or hope to get lucky in the future. So everyone, let me know how you're feeling about Pretty Big, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.